Yo, what up, guys? It has been a hot minute since I have posted anything. I just been going back to work and exercising and stuff like that, so I haven't had time to do a lot of videos. But yeah, either way, got a quick little unboxing. Well, it's not an unboxing. I've been using it. Thoughts on a mouse, and it is, if you can probably already tell in the video, it's this guy right here. It's the Kain. It's the 200. Yeah, the 200 by Roccat. Thing was fucking $100. um, wireless mouse. So I'm gonna give you guys some specs of this mouse if you don't already know. This company's been around for a while. It's German engineered. But speaking of that, we'll go back to that in a second. But Dr. Disrespect's been pimping it out pretty hard lately. But I mean, it says it's precise, it clicks faster than the rest, limitless, wireless freedom up to 4 weeks of game time. We'll talk about that in a second. And fluid, the Aimo illumination ecosystem adds organic light to your setup. Um, yeah, we'll talk about that too. So here's some quick specs of it. If you want to just kind of pause that, look at that. So 50 hours of battery life, 16,000 DPI owl eye sensor, that's really what I picked it up for. I want to try that and for the Omron switches, but 1 millisecond response rate and 16.8 color for the RGB lighting. I don't really care about that. In the box, you're going to get the mouse and the cable with the dongle. I mean, that's pretty much cut and dry. Like even here in the contents of the package contains the mouse, the USB adapter. It is micro. God, when are companies going to start using micro or USB-C? And a quick installation guide, which I don't understand why you would need that. And then here's some more quick specs on it. It's 2.4 gigahertz frequency, not 5.0. 1000 milliamp battery, 1000 polling rate, distance control, 40G acceleration, 512 kilobytes of onboard memory, Omron switches, and it's 105 grams. So it's a chunky boy. Most people are probably going to ask me, how does it compare to the G Pro Wireless, which I have here? This is my baby, my ghost. I've been using the Roccat now for a few days just to kind of get an idea of who I think it's for, why I would use it for that, battery life, program, and stuff like that. Before I go over that, though, we're going to jump to another screen, and I'm going to show you how the program works. All right, guys, we're at my desktop screen here, and this video is going to be, I don't know how well edited it's going to be. It's just basically my thoughts and my ramblings. I was a little bored right now, so I figured I'd do this. So we're here. We're going to go here. We're going to go down to R, Roccat, and then Roccat Swarm is the program that they use for the mouse. Now, here is where my issues begin. Okay. First off, the dongle is literally, I don't know, a foot from the mouse, and I only have good strength. Secondly, it says here I only have 60% battery. It's said that since I've loaded the app up. Every once in a while, I can get it to say 80%, but it's either 60 or 80. I've never seen 100. I've never seen a full 50 on the battery. It just says like 26 or 23, or I think the most I've seen at I left it on charge for like 4 hours, and I think it's at like 35. So this software, I feel like, so it's one of two things. Either the software is absolute junk, or the mouse does not do what it says. Now here, there's a ton of options. You know, you can pop up notifications. You can show your stuff in there. Polling rate. You know, most people are either going to do 500 or 1,000. You got your angle snapping, your sound feedback, zero debounce. The debounce is basically clicking your buttons too fast. I turned it on because I click fast. Obviously, for like, you know, FPS, you're going to want that. You do have some game profiles down here and some macro managers. Settings here: vertical scroll speed, horizontal tilt, double click speed, Windows pointer speed, which, you know, obviously don't enable any of that stuff. DPI switcher, I literally just rock one DPI. That's all I'm comfortable with. So I turn these off just so I don't accidentally hit something, and I just click that 400 DPI. You do have button assignments, so you can switch these buttons to, you know, whatever you want. Again, I keep mine pretty much, you know, the way that it is. You do have your side buttons and so on and so forth. You have your illumination. I found this buggy as well. Like this halfway works. I'll set up custom profiles or illumination, or I'll, like I told it the one time, do not even illuminate. Try to save battery, and it just doesn't work. So take that with a grain of salt. So overall, my love hate with this is just really, really bad. Their software is kind of junk. So if you get the mouse, download this if you want. But honestly, aside from setting up like DPI, everything else is kind of crap on here. Maybe the macros are good, but I don't ever use that. So I'm just giving you based on what I use and what I find it for. Um, but yeah, kind of garbage on the software. Logitech has them destroyed when it comes to that. Um, so I'm gonna flip again, one more camera angle, and give you guys like a better view of the mouse and stuff like that, because that's obviously probably what you want to see. All right, boys. So here's both mice. Obviously, two your probably your top wireless mice, right? So you got your G Pro wireless, and then you've got your Roccat here. I'm gonna kind of give you size and shape, buttons, stuff like that, and then ultimately at the end of the day, what I think is good for who. Um, so when it comes to sizes and shapes, so if we go from the bottom up, you're gonna see that the G Pro is a little taller. Not much, but just significantly right there on the tips of the buttons. If you're gonna go by width, the it's gonna feel this feels chunkier because of the weight, but this is actually a little wider when it comes down to like the overall width of the mouse. Because the G Pro goes actually inside, like right there, the G Pro kind of dips in. So when it comes to weight, this is I think 80 some grams. Don't quote me because it's been a while since I've done that, and you can Google that. But this is like 109 grams. This thing is really beefy. It's a beefy boy. So the thing about the G Pro Wireless is this, right? Like it's got a universal feel. You're Anybody can use it. Buttons are good. Like here's the clicks, scroll wheel, side buttons. But it's got like it's more of like you kind of have to grip it like that. Okay. So if you're going to use this mouse, that's kind of the grip, because palm, if you're laying palm, it doesn't really work so well. Like you can use palm, but like realistically, like that's not comfortable. That's more of a comfort thing. So I've had to over the times adjust my grip to this guy. Okay. So that's where this came into play. I was like, all right, this is a little bit beefier of a mouse. It's got more of a hump on the back. I can probably palm this. So my comfort level right here, that's my comfort level on this mouse. And if you notice already, like my fingers are way down lower, and I could get them even lower if I wanted to, but I don't have to hold them like this. Sure, you can fingertip this or claw it, but I'm comfortable right there. Now I'm going to shut this off. You'll probably hear it or not, because why the fuck would it make a sound? Here's the button switches on this. Now these are the Omron switches, okay? So keep that in mind. Here's the wheel in, side buttons. Now, here's the pros and cons I will say about like this thing, okay? The the weight for me is not a huge issue, right? Like I don't care if it's a huge mouse or light mouse. I don't care. Sometimes weight actually benefits people when it comes to this. Um, when it comes to grip styles, if you have a bigger hand or a longer hand and you traditionally go more for your palm, you're going to want to go with this guy. It is better for palm. However, aside from palm grip, this is better in every single way. The Logitech G Pro. It just has a better form factor for more people. It's lighter. Probably has a better sensor, even though I haven't missed anything. I haven't missed any shots or anything like that on this. I haven't done anything like that. But software is better on this. Um, the only thing that I would maybe give this over this is the wheel. I do like the wheel on this better than I do on this. But that's it. Like the wheel and the buttons, yeah, I can't really tell a difference in the buttons. Maybe they are Amaron, maybe they are 50 million clicks, maybe they are more responsive. I can't tell you that. I don't know. Um, but I can tell you that I think overall 90% of the people would definitely enjoy this. And here's a side kicker. Rocket, German engineered company. Do you guys know who this is owned by? So if you're watching the video, pause the video right now if you know or you want to take a guess. Go to the comments. Tell me who you think Rocket is actually owned by. I'll let you pause it and hopefully you put your answer. Turtle Beach owns Rocket. Um, Found that out after some digging, and I'm kind of shocked. Like Turtle Beach owns Rocket. So I know Dr. Disrespect was pimping out this mouse, and everybody was like, "He left Turtle Beach. He left Turtle Beach," and turns out that Turtle Beach just owns Rocket. So, I guess the marketing is very slick. But this is an okay mouse. I just think the software is dog crap. And they definitely need to work on some stuff. The buttons are kind of big on the side too, but overall it's okay. I don't think the battery life is what they claim it to be. Software is horrible, and we'll see how it goes in the future for them. But right now, if you have the money, grab this because this thing is $100. This is like 150, so it's 50 more dollars, but you're getting a better mouse, I think. And then this guy right here, I mean, the problem with this is you can get it on sale for 70, 85 bucks, something like that. I think I got it for 85 on sale. It's cheaper, but aside from if you really, really want Palm, not necessarily the better mouse. Um, Long term, I don't know. I'm going to use it for a while, and we're just going to kind of see. But I just wanted to give you that quick video on it. Hopefully, I helped you guys with these two mice a little bit. And that's all I have. I'm not going to do any crazy transitions back to me or anything like that. I'll give you an outro. Just like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on. We do stream on Twitch. I'll put the Twitch link in there. I'm going to maybe start swaying away from YouTube live streaming because YouTube's encoding is just trash when it comes to live streaming. So if you do want to come over to the stream, ask some questions, see what mice I'm using, what keyboard I'm using, so on and so forth, I would appreciate a follow over on Twitch as well. Um, be safe, guys. I know quarantine life right now is rough, but do the best you can. Try not to go too stir crazy, and hopefully we'll get things back on track soon. Peace, guys.